Is Justin Trudeau starving Canadians on purpose? Because clearly Canadians are starving. I get comments in my comment section almost every day about how people are struggling, they can't eat as much as they used to, or they have to cut down, like split their meals in half, and only eat twice instead of three times a day, and they have to buy really cheap, really unhealthy processed foods in order to survive. Is this all on purpose? Or does Justin Trudeau really think that all these taxes is really actually good for the climate, and he's going to fix all these issues even though he hasn't, and it's going to have to come at the cost of the average Canadians coming out of their food? There's a video here by Pierre Polyev, and again, as the video I posted yesterday showed you, the Liberals are really, really bad at memeing and posting ads and posting smear campaigns. They're no good at it, and Pierre Polyev's going to expose them one more time. So let's have this a look at this video here, and then we'll talk about it after, like usual.
When I first decided to run for office, one of my biggest motivations was working to create a Canada that young people saw themselves in.
Food insecurity is rising across the country. Food Banks Canada says visits have almost doubled in the last 5 years, and that marks a grim milestone. This new report shows food banks saw more than 2 million visits this past March. That is a staggering 1 million monthly visits, more than recorded back in 2019. Almost 30% of Canadian food banks report they are running out of food.
Yeah, and see again, Liberals, that's how you put together an ad. You make a claim, and then you show proof, footage of even the news talking about how food banks are running out of food because the amount of visits have doubled. And by the way, those food banks are making efforts to get extra donations. Even with those extra donations, they still can't keep up with the demand. This is supposed to be a first world country where everyone should be able to afford food. Maybe not a fancy steak, maybe not caviar, but you should be able to afford some noodles, some sauce. You should be able to afford basic foods. And they got to go to food banks because this government, for some reason, can't stop taxing the absolute shit out of everybody. And when you tax things, prices go up. Gas is more expensive. Well, those truck drivers are now charging more fees to ship the food to the grocery stores, making that load of groceries more expensive. Therefore, the prices go up. This isn't hard to figure out, unless you're a liberal who can't do math. Oh, but it's for the climate. It's for the climate. Really? How's that going? Supporting a proxy war, that definitely helps too, by the way. Bombs slamming into the earth. That's so good for the environment, guys. It's just so ridiculous. And now here we are. You got Pierre Polyev said the other day 9 million Canadians have visited the food bank in the last year. 9 million. That's 23% of all Canadians. People of all ages are going hungry. And what's Trudeau going to do? He's going to put the carbon tax at an even higher rate as of April. It's going to go up for the fourth time. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Is Justin Trudeau just an idiot and can't do math? Or is he starving people on purpose, which in my opinion is just pure evil? It makes me sick when I see all these homeless encampments and all these policies that are causing people to just their money isn't worth anything anymore. Like the Canadian dollar, like what's it worth? It's not nearly what it was worth in the 70s, 80s, 90s. A dollar can't get you anything anymore anyway. I'm surprised the dollar stores are even still open, but even then, you go in there, half the things they're way more than a dollar. You go into a grocery store, and you want to get like a pack of chicken nuggets or something like that, and it's like $12 or more, depending on which brand you get, where you are, etc. But it's way too expensive. And people can't afford to eat, and now they're eating just absolute crap. I'm not saying chicken nuggets are good for you, but at least you can get some protein. Now they're eating, Mr. Noodles, because that's all they can afford. And it's really sad, and a lot of people just don't seem to get it yet. Still 40% of Canadians plan to vote for the left, either the NDP or the Liberals. I think that number is maybe a little bit too high. The actual results will be a little bit more probably close to 30% or 35% still. That's a lot of Canadians.